So the stock market, this is just some basic advice about investing in the stock market. Of course, the stock market involves the purchasing of shares of companies. These are corporations that are traded publicly on exchanges like the New York Stock Exchange or NASDAQ, and there's actually quite a few throughout the entire world. But whenever you invest in stock, first of all, they say to start small, so don't take a huge amount of money and put it into the stock market necessarily. So just start with $500 or $1,000. And you can, of course, do this in a variety of ways. You can either give it to a financial advisor at a place like Prudential or Edward Jones. Both of those places have firms here in town. Or you can go online and do it. Usually they just charge a fee for each transaction, or maybe your total activity for the day, something like that. Second piece of advice is diversify your portfolio. That means don't put all your money in the same place. So don't put it into one company and don't put it into one industry. Try to spread it out in different places. The third would be to invest in some blue chip stocks. These are stocks that are old companies that do very well. They're stable. The downside is they don't have a lot of growth, but they do actually improve a little bit over the years. So Walmart, McDonald's, they're older, traditional. Even in bad times, they do okay because people still go there during a recession. So invest in blue chips. But when you're younger, especially, don't put all your money there necessarily. Remember to diversify. Number 4, never invest in free tips or advice. These will pop up on the internet all the time. So even if you do see something that appears to be alluring, make sure that you go through and research and check it to make sure that it's valid. Because usually the tips and advice really aren't worth the time that you'll put into them. Number 5, avoid blindly following the crowd. So you might hear a lot of excitement around one thing, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's the best investment for you, especially since by the time you hear the rumor or see it in the news, oh, buy this company or that, so many people have done it, this price is really high, and then you're going to have to spend too much money on it anyway. Number 6, invest in what you understand. New types of industries especially can be risky, and if you don't understand what they do or what exactly they're going to have their company for, then there's a chance they might not be able to make enough money. So if you can't research it to figure out what exactly is happening, then it's probably not the best investment for you. Know what you expect from the market. So unrealistic goals. Don't expect to double your money real quick or anything like that. And don't expect, when Joe Biden gets inaugurated, the stock market will crash, so I'm going to wait and save and invest only then. Those aren't good things to do because you don't know exactly what is going to happen with the market. And number 8, discipline and follow your planning strategy. So it's a good idea, like if you do invest in an online stock market investment firm or locally through one of these places in town, that you take a certain amount out of your paycheck every week and you follow a plan that you have. So that way you're investing in a strategized way. Invest regularly and continuously. So this is the same thing. Like even when the economy is not doing well, it's actually a good time to invest because the stock market might be down, and so you actually might be able to get better deals. So just investing at certain times is not a good idea. Make sure that you're doing it regularly. And continue your education because there's always new things to learn about the stock market and what's happening. And even with old companies, like I mentioned before, Walmart and McDonald's, it might be someday in the future they'll no longer be viable. So it's always important to continue to look into things, especially with the stock market itself, because 10 or 20 years ago, you didn't have the ability to invest online like you do today. Even the first companies that did were traditional and they charged fees just like the regular companies in person. So there's always kinds of stuff that's happening and changing with the stock market itself.